How's it going, boys? Welcome back to another brand new video. And today, after a team that was not meant to win TI won TI, I bet everyone thinks they can be a TI carry player now. Now, it's probably very far away for your dream, but I could help you improve your carry skills just by a tiny bit so you can raise some MMR and not be completely fucking trash, which is what you are basically now. But anyways, so you look at Dota. If you're a new player, you look at Dota, you're like, what carry should I pick? What are the different carry? What makes a carry hero a carry hero? Those are all very good questions, but the only thing that really matters is whether or not you're a carry player that wants to use your brain, or you're a carry player that does not want to use their brain. What do I mean by that? Okay, so let's get into step one. What does a carry actually mean? So hero, if you click on the Dota, you click anywhere, there's carry and there's supports. Now, this is actually not very accurate because something like Wraith King actually can't be a fucking support. So yeah. And carry heroes, there are carry heroes that are not really carry heroes, like Invoker, for example. I wouldn't consider Invoker a carry at all. It's more like cores and supports. Now, carry specifically needs to carry the game. Exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna carry your team on your back, and just carry them to victory. You're gonna fucking 1v9. You're gonna tank all the shit. You're gonna basically be the last straw that's gonna hold your team up and just win the game solo single-handedly. And I don't know if that works in League of Lesbians, but in Dota it does happen. Now, there are a few characteristics of carries that they hit very hard. They do a lot of damage. They either do a shit ton of damage that's like unbelievably high, or they're just super survivable and unkillable to a certain degree. You have to have almost both of those things, and in most scenarios you have to have the ability to wrap up games yourself, which means you have to be able to 1v5, you have to be able to hit buildings, you have to be able to take Roshan. And if all those requirements are met, you can pretty much be a carry. ZEUS does a lot of damage. ZEUS is, he is ZEUS. He does a lot of damage, but why is ZEUS not a carry? Because there's one item that just negates everything he does, which is just BKB. And his magic damage gets negated as the game goes on because of pipe. He doesn't push towers, etc. Well, that's basically what carries are. Now, you're probably like, oh, what should I pick? What carry should I pick? There's hard carries and there's hard carries in the game. Doesn't mean they're hard. Hard carries are actually the easiest fucking carries to play, because usually they're like 2 buttons, and there's like semi carries, which means they carry the game up until a certain point, until the hard carry out carries them because they scale better. So what is like an example of a hard carry? Hard carries are like PA. Why is PA a hard carry? If you look at PA, all of her spells have essentially 0 fucking cooldown. This is like 5 seconds, this is 6 seconds. It gets reduced even more with your talents. And your ultimate is basically a passive that scales exponentially with your damage. So the more damage you get in the game, so as your stats go higher, as you get more agi, as you buy more damage items, such as Desolator, God forbid if you buy Rapier, just about anything Battlefield, you're gonna get damage, and this gets amplified. And you're survivable because you have blur, evasion, and you always buy BKB. So essentially, you're survivable, high damage dealer. You can take Roshan solo, you can push towers, all that. This is like a definition of a hard carry. Oh yeah, one very important factor that I forgot to mention. All carries needs to have one way or the other to be able to farm gold very efficiently without having to kill heroes. Meaning that if ganking is not an option, you should be able to just hit creeps, and hit creeps very fast and efficiently, which is why almost all carries have an ability that gives them gold, or just helps them push out waves that kills creeps. So Luna, you get the Moonglaves. Boom, shakalaka. You get Moonglaves on Luna. Alchemist, you get Grieval's Greed. Something like Sven, you get Great Cleave. Just about every carry has a way to farm. You get Sideblaze on PTA. Juggernaut, you get the Blade Dance, and Faceless Void, you get nothing. But you do get the Time Walk, though. Anti-Mage, you get the Blink to help you farm. Something as simple as like NAGA SIREN or TERRORBLADE. They are able to get more illusions that help them hit creeps, and you can hit creeps in lanes and jungles and everything. Yeah, it's kind of hard to micro at first, which I do not recommend if you're a beginner. Now, as you can see, there is one trend in the game though, is that the faster you farm, the more of a semi-carry you are, the weaker you become in the late game. Because you kind of reach this point where you are 6 slotted and then you're the strongest hero. But if the game goes on and the enemy is 6 slotted, you get out carried. So Alchemist at one point in the game, he's gonna be the strongest hero on the map because he has 6 items while you have like 3. But let's say the enemy PA or the enemy Ursa or the enemy like anything gets 6 slotted, then you're kind of a fucking creep. If you realize a trend that heroes that farm slower just innately, they just don't have any way to farm very well, they're usually stronger as the game goes on. So heroes like Spectre has no innate ability to help her flash farm very quickly, which is why Spectre is one of the strongest late game carries in the game. Heroes that don't farm really fast are like the Lunas, the anti-mages, you know, they're good and whatnot, but most of the time, the faster you farm, the faster you reach your peak cap, and then you just kind of fall off. Now, that's not necessarily the case for everything. This is a bit out there, but something to think about for sure. Now, this is the most important part of the video. After explaining all of that, I came down to 2 options. If you want to use your brain, you can pick carries like Morphlane that requires skill. You know, you can play heroes, illusion heroes like NAGA SIREN or TERRORBLADE. You can play like TERRORBLADE and whatnot and just try to, you know, fucking farm with illusions, do all that, fight with metamorphosis, and you know, all that good stuff. Now, the problem with picking carries that require skill is the simple fact that you will fuck up and you will lose the game. Arc Warden requires skill, Anti-Mage requires a lot of skill, okay? You have to understand the wave clearing and all that shit. If you want to play carries that are just strong innately because of their spells, and they're strong innately because of how fast they farm and how fast they skill and the way how the hero works, I recommend playing melee cores that have no more than 2 active spells, or like 3 active spells if one of their spells is basically fucking passive. So heroes like DROW and Luna, I do not recommend because you will die on them. These heroes are fairly squishy. They have no escape. They require all about positioning. You will die over and over again. Heroes that are weak laners like Alchemist is also not recommended. The heroes that are recommended are 1, decent in lane, very easy to last hit with, melee cores because you can be out of position and survive, or heroes that can survive just by being survivable because of spells and just tankiness, and heroes that farm fast, and heroes that don't require your brain. You don't have to click buttons. The item build you build is the same every game. And yeah, those are the heroes I'm going to recommend, which is 90% of the Dota players. I'm not even going to go through anything else because it just does not apply. Right? Medusa is a very weird one because she is tanky, but I still don't think you should play Medusa because it's just not reliable. You might be asking me now, okay, so what the fuck are the heroes? Just tell us already. Going down the list, the first hero, the strength hero carry, is LIFESTEALER. Yes, do not pick Lycan because Lycan is actually hard to play. Play LIFESTEALER. How do you play LIFESTEALER? Alright, so who is the type of player to play LIFESTEALER? You play LIFESTEALER if you never buy regen and you literally just want to click people and you never buy fucking BKB. Best fucking carry to play if you're under 2k MMR because he has a free BKB. Better than Juggernauts because you can literally attack while using it, which is OP as fuck. It's a free BKB, 6-second duration, and it's an 18-second cooldown, so just keep fucking spamming that shit. Nothing. He has 2 passives that basically you don't have to worry about, and the ultimate, just don't even fucking use it because it literally doesn't do anything. The only thing you have to understand about his ult, do not try to do something fancy with the creeps, okay? All you're gonna be using the ult is to go in someone like a Legion or SB, and when they are fucking ganking someone, you come out of their asshole and you fucking rape people with the burst damage. That's it. Don't try to do anything fancy. Or if you're dying, you can invest in an ally or like a creeper and run away. But mostly, all you're using is rage and clicking people, and you just go cookie cutter build. Go Abyssal Blade. Every single melee hero you can go fucking Abyssal Blade on. You're gonna go BKB on, you know, stuff is very, very easy. Second carry is Sven. Sven is literally Lifestealer. Actually, Sven is nowhere close to Lifestealer, my bad, I take that back. He hits like a fucking truck and he just like kills you in 2 fucking seconds with his absurd damage. He has a stun. You know, any carry that has a stun is good in my books, because more stuns equals win games, okay? So if you ever don't know what the fuck you're doing, pick a melee carry that has a stun. Sven, boom, you have a stun. You have a cleave. This spell doesn't even matter. You can click it if you want. You don't have to. You just press God Thrones before you go in fights. And don't press it too early. That's all you have to worry about. And just farm. Clear camps. Boom, you're tanky. Buy BKB. Next up, you're going to play Wraith King. Now, Wraith King is literally the same thing as Sven, except that he is slower. And wait, did Sven's movement speed get nerfed? Please don't tell me his movement speed got nerfed. Okay, it didn't. I was gonna fucking cry there. So Wraith King is literally a slower version of Sven. He has a shittier stun, but he has a free Satanic, a free crit, and a free Aegis. Now, the only thing, he has one fucking active spell, which is a stun. Point blank target stun. If you don't know how to play this hero, I don't know what to say to you, my friend. The only thing you have to remember about playing Wraith King is that do not think that you're stronger than you actually are. You're very weak. So just farm and click people, and you get like a freebie, kind of, because you can die. But even when you respawn, you're still squishy as fuck, and you can very easily be killed if you're alone against 5 people. So just remember that, please. You're not strong as you think. Don't think that because you have 2 lives, you're strong. You're not strong at all. Next up, we got... Man, Faceless... I want to say Faceless Void, but I feel like people don't know how to play him. And sometimes you don't use your chrono very wisely. But it's kind of like Anti-Mage. I want to say Bloodseeker. The only reason why I'm saying Bloodseeker is because Bloodseeker is very strong at the moment, I believe. But he is a little bit weird to play, but he's a very strong laner and he's pretty straightforward. All you're doing is using Bloodright to farm, and Rupture, just make sure you have mana on you the whole time. Buy Clarities, okay? You know, I don't recommend this hero because I know you guys aren't gonna fucking buy Clarity, so whatever, just skip that. Juggernaut, you know, free BKB, fucking Omni Slash, that's about it. You don't have to micro healing ward, it literally doesn't matter. You're basically a fucking Lifestealer that does magic damage that fucking kills people because reasons. Next up, we got Monkey King's not really that easy. PA, as I already said. You have 0 cooldown. If you want to constantly fight and you don't want to use your brain, just pick PA. Toss some fucking daggers out and just like... Literally, it's like a 4-second cooldown after your 10 talent. Just pick the dagger cooldown and get like level 25 and just fucking toss out daggers, and you're just gonna realize that the supports are either gonna randomly lose 90% of their HP or they're just gonna get fucking banned. They're gonna disappear. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna like get obliterated completely. You're gonna see blood gushing out everywhere. PL is not that easy. Actually, PL is very easy, but nah. Ricky does not farm very fast, so I don't think you should play him. And it's not good to get in the habit of thinking that invisibility is invulnerability, because that's usually what ends up happening. Spectre is actually quite hard to play. Doesn't farm very fast. Slark, man, people don't play Slark properly, man. And Slark actually is so shit in team fights. Like, you have to play the go in, hit them a couple times, back out with Dark Pack and Pounce, and get the Agi and store it up, and, you know, splitting people up. Like, fuck Slark. Don't play Slark. Troll Warlord and Ursa. These guys are beside each other for a reason, because they're literally the same fucking hero. You can play these heroes, no problem. With Troll Warlord, all you have to understand is whenever you're gonna fucking die, press your ult and you're just not gonna fucking die somehow. Who knows why, you just don't fucking die. And you spam these for farming. Use this when you're fighting someone with hands on. Use this to chase, and that's literally it. And just hit the same guy. Same thing with Ursa. Hit the same fucking guy. Use this when you're about to hit people. Use this before you hit people, and your ult when you're dying only. Do not use your ult otherwise, because they changed it. And the spell whatnot literally doesn't matter, because these two heroes are the same fucking meatheads. All they do is they have a spell that makes them literally unkillable for the duration that is happening. Well, for Troll is like more literally. For Ursa is like metaphorically, but same thing. They have a spell that amps more damage on the enemy as you hit them more. They have insane attack speed. And they have a way to slow the enemy. And that's basically it. They're basically the same hero. Weaver... Nah, don't play Weaver, guys. That's it, guys. That's it. Just play those heroes, and they're very easy. Turn off your brain, get MMR, and enjoy your life, my friend. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Twitch, check out the Discord, check out the Patreon, check out the anything and everything, boys. Have a very nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.